Okay, hopefully we are all good to go. Definitely better than what Discord is doing right now. I think the sound should be good, but anybody let me know if they have any problems. Did my pre-checks and all that. I like how it's just been rotating like this for the last 10 minutes for me, but it's still interesting. I'm seeing little things here and there, despite the fact that it's an old style FPS. Actually, before I go any further, I need to remember what the price is. Remember, kids, you need to actually understand what you're covering. Well, give it a minute or two for people to go in there. I started a little early, but I wanted it to kick off. But I will give the spiel. So, this is Dusk. It has been in, I don't want to say early access. It's been in episodic content for the last about, I want to say 2 years. Don't quote me on that, but I remember seeing a video by, I think it was GGG Man Lives about 2 years ago, and I was like, okay, I'll keep an eye on it when it comes out. And honestly, one of the reasons I ended up covering the game was that one of the developers I follow is the creator of Dusk, Dave Oshiri, and he is an interesting fellow. Let's put it that way. But it should be a fun and interesting experience. Let's put it that way. Let's move down the music a little bit then. But let us get right into the action here. So they've got 3 episodes: Foothills, Facilities, Name of the City. We're gonna go with the Foothills. In terms of, I think intruder mode, tells whether or not to begin each new level with sickles only. So that means that you have to get all your weapons back. But I'm going to start right in the middle of I can take it, and then maybe push it up a little bit more. I may have played the old Doom and Wolfenstein a long time ago, but I'm not saying that I'm anywhere near up to snuff in terms of my FPS play, especially in the old school stuff.
Kill the intruder.
Oh, okay, so we have sickles for melee weapons. That's interesting. And man, fast speed on you. Interesting. Okay, so we have a morale meter and a health meter. I wonder what the morale meter is. Alright, so we can't pick up the chainsaw. Okay. Nice. Lift ribcage. Oh, so we have some item manipulation in the game. That's good. We have a nice little gun here. That counts as a secret? Just introducing the game mechanics and having an actual pistol. Okay. I don't know if I really want to interact with anything. This is... Stuff was a good Discord novel. I need to start actually reading those. Then again, I gotta do a lot of things at this point.
Heretic.
Oh, okay, so we have mages. I guess the morale is probably like armor at this point. Ooh, 2 pistols. Excellent. Bullet holes, old style FPS. Okay, that makes sense. Health potions, good. The speed is something I'm getting used to, but this is an old style FPS. Like, you're supposed to be fast. Any ammo in there? Nope. 12 pistol bullets. I almost thought that was a shotgun the way it would look.
Kill him.
might be able to up the difficulty. Something below is calling us. Okay. What exactly is calling us? Hello. A little spooky, but it's not that like new style spooky where you've got like it's all about horror. This is more about, okay, you've got enemies to kill. Okay, shotgun. Flick that. Don't like the sound of that shotgun. Or, I'm sorry, shotgun? Chainsaw in the background there.
Sacrifice.
I know in these old games, especially when you're going through the first run of so, you want to try to save as much ammo as you can, but I feel like I'm not needing to at this point. Because these guys aren't necessarily giving me a challenge yet. I know I'm going to eat those words, but... Alright. Ow. Oh, look at the jibs. So I like the sound design. You can hear enemies even through walls, so it gives you a little bit of hint. Then again, you got to take into account that this is a little bit different. Your mom, you're late for the dinner she microwaved. Somehow I was behind on the stream. I'm confused, but okay. Can we... Okay, so I like the fact that there's alternate ways of getting there, and that was a good example of keeping very simple objects in place, noticing the ridiculously open window, and being like, oh, hey, let me try something different here. And so that is a good, like, that rewards exploration. Spooky music. Ah, something is calling me. Oh, yeah. Microwave brats in the... Oh, we can flush the toilet. That's good. I like how the soap has bubbles. Like everything, like all the pixelation, but the soap got bubbles. Seems reasonable. I'm assuming not yet. Crouch while moving this slide. Crouch is that C? Okay. I'm assuming... Let us up the difficulty a bit. A lot of these old games, the AI is designed to be very, very dumb. It's supposed to overwhelm you with numbers or with just you not paying attention. So, and besides, with that first part of the game, it just wants you to get used to the speed of the game. Okay, took a bit of damage there, but that's all right. It looks like they still take the same amount of damage, maybe, but... will be interesting to see how this develops. Again, first level, you expect it to be a little bit lenient to get you used to things. First-person shooters especially, you want the first level to be a little bit lenient because each of them have their own sort of style and speed to them. You gotta be cognizant of the fact that you're going to need to adjust to things. Oh wait, I can actually... Completely necessary. This is somewhere in between the music with the music, somewhere in between like Doom and like a horror game. There we go. So there's secrets. Okay, that teaches us that very quickly. That's good. I've got another one here, but I don't know if I want to use it anywhere. I'm just gonna... Okay, note to self. The fact is that you can explode the things just by dropping them. Dropping them 2 feet. Very dangerous, guys. Are they gonna drop down? No, this is gonna suck because speed on your character is really fast compared to most games nowadays, and that means that you almost end up dodging most everything. Can't interact with that. Okay, I've got no morale, no armor, that's fine. No indication of where to go either, though. Not running into any ammo problems yet, which is... Who uses the word quaff? The Scarecrow does look like an enemy, and I'm really concerned that they're going to turn into an enemy later. Like, there's going to be a prompt of some sort. Really not having any ammo issues, and that's, I think, the first concern I've got. But I'm assuming that's going to be... Hello! Oh, it went to my... Wait. Did it attack... Did it attack the cult members? That was weird. I'll have to try to get them to attack each other. Oh, hello! That took a lot of damage. And that's why some of the AI can be very basic, but still effective. I should have been able to react to that if I was paying attention. Don't want to waste a bullet on these guys, but those small enemies could be some of the most annoying ones. And drop the soap. Yeah, the water's green. I don't think I'll be using that. And I wonder if, as we go along, there's going to be a toilet with something in it. Okay, shotgun shells. What the? Yeah, that is a what the. Is that a lighting source? That little white there? Or is that the light from the bathroom? Some inconsistencies graphics-wise. I'm noticing some weird lighting portions, but... Okay, gold gives morale. That seems reasonable.
Sacrifice.
And keep a gun going. I'm assuming I could use that to shield myself as I came up. Yeah, Jay, this is a 90s FPS. This is 90s FPS. It's designed to specifically look like that. It's a... I don't want to say it's a homage to Doom and Wolfenstein, but it sort of seems like it. It's obviously these guys are advanced with the toilets. I mean, yeah, you'd expect outhouses, but these guys are a little bit advanced. I mean, look at them. They've got some nice clothing. They've got whatever the symbol is on their front. They've obviously upgraded a little bit. I am really concerned that these guys are going to come out of nowhere. How do I get that? I want to know how to get that. Hello. Bag of gems there. Can I jump on? Nope. I want to know what that orange thing is, and I want it. Can't shoot that. Maybe if I go up here. A rivet. What is a rivet? I mean, that's like for nail guns and things like that, but I'm assuming that will be some super powered weapon? Because it wouldn't be just a regular weapon. It wouldn't be one bullet unless it was a really reasonable gun. I will have to say, I'm expecting the challenge to ramp up here in a second. Yep, that. He took a shit ton of bullets, too, compared to everybody else. Not liking the fact that that door is highlighted in red. In fact, I sort of want to go back and get an explosive. There was an explosive around here, right? Now I want that. How do I get that? There's nothing on the roof. I really don't want to lift the toxic barrels. Somewhere inside that I can get up and... I didn't see any openings, but... Nope. Alright, we're just gonna leave that for now. Obviously, there's a secret up there, and there's probably some logic to get up there, but... I'm really concerned that I'm trying this. Come on. I don't want to knock it over, but I also want to get up on. I'm going to need one more. Probably a tire. Oh god. No, it didn't destroy, it didn't. Mower of lawn. Yes, I am spending this much time trying to get that item on the top. There's gotta be a secret button somewhere. I think, I'm not sure of that. I think it's just the fact that okay. We're getting Minecraft up in. gonna pretend like that never happened. Just gonna move on. Gonna move on. Look at that. I do like the it flying at like 3 feet, but flying with a little bit of grace. I am Dragnix, a mower of lawn. How do I get those? Those look like rivets. There's probably some way to get on top of this stuff. Okay, assault rifle, that would be nice. Need the red key. You can see the blood coming out of the enemies, but like them reacting to it is like an old 90s FPS where they take bullets and you see damage, but you gotta really be paying attention to. Hello! Nice to meet you all, but I do not want to be here. Like how the music ramped up, too. You can avoid enemies, looks like with your speed. You're faster than everybody else. So that is one thing you can use to your advantage. Just like old FPSs. It wants you to make a mistake. Is there someone else? You found the hallowed health. Okay, so it got more intense, but I'm assuming that there's an enemy still around. Like the reload animation, too. Simple but effective. Red key. Get some diamonds. I don't know what this is. Some pliers. Aha! A secret door opens. I love these games with those secrets. Like those secrets where it's obvious that there's something there, but you got to be really paying attention to it. It's the perfect kind of secret where it's like, it's not obvious, it's not a blue glowing outline, but it's actually, oh, you're rewarded for paying attention to weird things in the environment. I'm gonna go look and see if that actually did something over here. No. So I pressed the button. It did something, but I'm not sure what yet. There's always a secret button. You're right, there's always a secret button. It's just a matter of what does the secret button do. In this case, I'm not exactly sure yet. But, maybe it's in the red key area. It's possible. Straightforward, old-style FPS. And for anybody who's wanting to know, there is... The cost of the game right now is $16.66. Obviously, it's discounted in a way that... I don't like his positioning. God See, okay, now, I want to talk about this. I want to stop and talk about this. So this is the perfect placement for a concerning enemy and getting you looking other ways so that I'm sitting there, I know that those things could pop up. I know that, okay, it's an old style FPS, so it could just pop up even though I was shooting at it, but then I was so distracted that I didn't see the mice coming at me. And while I didn't take that much damage, that's effective game design. That's effective design of distracting me and distracting a player who's experienced to avoid and then keep them on their toes. I'm gonna say that I took that damage purposely. He took a chunk out of me. That's a pretty good... It's $19.99 without the discount. $65. Oh, I missed one enemy. Only 1 of 6 secrets. Obviously. And the dev time. Oh, there's a dev time they put into it. It's using your paranoia, and yeah, and it's using it effectively. It's also using the fact that it knows that your main audience is 90-base shooter fans, and it's using that against you, saying, "Hey, this is exactly up your alley," and then is gonna subvert it a little bit. Okay, so. Alright, I could be cheap and take those guys out, but I'll just find the yellow key. Because that's boring. Need the red key. Oh, I didn't think the right click would do anything, but it's a zoom with a shotgun. That's interesting. Didn't expect that. Of course I need the blue key. You can hear the... Okay, so there's a chainsaw guy and some kind of demon behind that. I also like the fact that the sickles are your melee weapon. Yeah, Boss would definitely sell things right now. In terms of how effective the game is going to be. Alright, yellow key. We gonna get zombies out of the ground? No, we're not. But you're making me paranoid. Keep on my toes. Okay, yellow was the actual church. Sacrifice. Ooh, skull. Kick the skull. A gas can. Kick the gas can. Down we go. Where we stop, nobody knows. I don't like that sound in this room. I really don't like that sound in this room. Oh, we have another... Oh, they got the stalactites of the ceiling, too, to make sure that you don't do that too much. Wait, are those stalactites, or that's... Oh, I was taking damage from... I thought those were stalactites. Those are spider webs. I wondered what what? Partly why I like Punch Out so much. Basically, one big boss rush. Yeah, that's pretty much it. I wonder what the time will come when a character is going to be, where the chair is going to be the main melee weapon. No, that's a good question. I feel like I've played one where the chair is the main weapon, but okay, there's something behind here. You could see the line here. You could see the door, and you could see it on this side, and you could hear the enemy behind the door. So I'm wondering, what is the prompt that's gonna cause that to go? Is it me coming back in? Is it me going up? It's not pressing any of these. I need a blue key. Anything else in the barrels? I just want to see how many items are in the game. Okay, so there's... It gives you reasons to do that. Okay, so there was a secret there. There's also a secret here, but I don't know how to actually activate it. Maybe hit torches? Yeah, it's possible. It's possible that that spawns the enemy there. Oh no. I hate water sections. Do I have infinite health underwater? I don't know. Oh, Jesus! Okay, I am at really low health. I need health. I don't remember if I left any. There's some there. Some pistol back here. Those birds are molting really quickly. All right, red. What? Kill it. Well, that was fun. I liked the fact that it got the drop on me there. It got the drop on me, it kept me on my toes. I really wish I could get up to those things. I should have exploded that before this. Minecraft Steve? It could be. Jesus! I know your one weakness. Holes. Speaking of holes, there's a hole in my chest where my health is supposed to be. Oops. That was off-putting. All right, back to the blue key. Note this is not the hardest difficulty. This is one under the hardest difficulty, so I want to go back. Can I go back this way? Because I have the blue key now. Yep, they're here. Ah! Okay. We're gonna do that now that I know where all the... And it starts here from the beginning, so it's good to know. Alright, we know what we need to do. I'm already taking too much damage. Yeah. Yeah, this is gonna be hard to do this part. Yeah, when you don't have a lot of health left and you're just like sitting at the seat of your pants going, I need to survive, I need to survive, how do I do that? Do it. Okay, I'm already at low health, but that's all right. This is a perfect game to speed run, though. We'll take that health. We'll take that health. Redoing this part. Come on, go down there. Go down. Down the boulder. Not taking any chances with you. I got in my little cubby hole. Take that health. Don't really want to lift that gas can because God forbid that's actually gonna go off. I don't think I was up here the first time. Wonder how long till the viewers have to press F for respect. Shotgunning the rats seem a little excessive. You know, maybe, but honestly, have you seen how big those rats are? So I don't like the fact that getting the red key looks like you took damage, because that scared me for a second there. Oh, a bone. Up we go. Down we go. Into the water we go. We have a full assault rifle and some ammo waiting for us, so we're gonna use that for now. I have to say I'm very impressed with the game. Like, it's staying with its theme, and it knows what game genre it is. It knows what era it's from, but it's also using that very well to keep me on my toes. Because, again, there's little changes here and there, like with that enemy placement, that definitely isn't like other games in the genre. Oh, yeah, this part. Okay, I was a little bit more prepared that time around. Up we go. Did not like that I took that damage. I got stuck on this guy. Am I hitting them? Yeah, I'm hitting them. Did I just destroy the tree? Are there destructible environments in this game? Wait, hold on. Okay, hold on. Now I have to test this. There are destructible environments. I'm somewhat impressed. Yeah, they may have simple AI, but they are no joke. Okay, so that's just a shortcut down here. Honestly, I know it's a simple thing, but like I was not expecting any sort of destructible portions, or like the environment portions in the game. We traded God for demons. Oh God, not these little. See, I hate the little things because it takes the most to deal with. Let's grab this gold. I'm gonna go the other way first. I don't want to necessarily. Wait, what? Oh, okay. Okay. Now, hold on a second. Okay, hold on a second. I do take a little bit of exception with this because there's no... I would have no idea that that was a secret area without just going up to it and being like, wait, what? Well, okay. Yeah, no, hold on a second. So, the player model... You would have to be very careful in how you're doing it. So you maybe think you would slide along this and then realize you just went right through it. Actually, that's not that bad, come to think of it. That's not that bad. Also, yeah, the environmental storytelling in the game is... Okay, so wait, if that one is it... Yeah, no, that one's not. Is simple but effective. Like, just that little crevice there, or that little opening there, just like somebody was here before me. Something broke through and obviously got to these guys. Sacrifice. Yeah. No. No sacrifice. I needed that health. I really needed that health. I mean, we all know that happens in real life. You just, all of a sudden, one day, you just run into a wall, and it's not actually a wall. It's just there. Okay, water down there. I like the fact that there's actually something down there that you can see and hear to. I like the fact that there's actual water sounds, too. That's a little nice touch. Oh, God. Hey, you were talking about a boss fight? Oh, you went through that.
my pet. You'll pay for that.
Okay, disembodied voice. I mean, he was shooting acid at me. I had to defend myself. What does this button do? No, seriously, what does that button do? I question what the button does. Oh. There we go. I have to say, so far, I'm really enjoying this. This is back to the old childhoods. I killed his innocent pet. You know, I know Peter would get on my case, but honestly, he had it coming. I mean, who puts their alligator down there? Okay, that doesn't hurt you. Hello! Hi! How's it going? Oh, that would have been horrible if you started with that option of, oh, I like that. No turning back now. That option of resetting your weapons at every point. I like the fact that there's soap down here. At least the enemies down here are trying to keep... I expect the AI not to pathfind there. That's interesting. I mean... Let's be honest now. He didn't have a choice in his name. So, maybe he wanted to call himself Carl, and instead, he ended up being called the Intoxicator. I mean, he can't help that his owner called him the Intoxicator. I don't like that. I don't like these things. So what we've learned is when you pick up double barrel shotguns, get your ass out of there. What do I think of the game? So far I have absolutely enjoyed it. It is a mixture of old and new. It's using concepts from the old FPSs to work off its horror theme, and it's doing it rather well. There's enough challenge here. I'm playing on the second to highest difficulty, where, you know, enemies do pack quite a punch, especially those chainsaw enemies. But I can still get through it in like 1 or 2 attempts with knowing that, you know, I played these games a bunch as a kid. Okay, so I know that these guys are gonna... Oh, Jesus! Okay. Okay. Mm-hmm. Oh, did they just kill themselves? Okay, the challenge is ramping up, that's for sure. And that... Some people may have called that like trial by error, but I actually like that design, the fact that it punished me for going back. Also, goddammit, Carl, if anybody doesn't know, I have this tendency lately where if I don't know a character's name, I just call him Carl. Just because. I mean, why not? Okay. Okay. Ah! a little bit of points off for the bullet holes going above the portion here.
Heretic.
Yeah, you find horror games or this type of action game? I find horror games more frightening because it's usually... This I could keep in the atmosphere of the action game, but there are those horror moments where I can say, yeah, it can surprise me more. With horror games, I'm usually expecting it, obviously, but the thing is that when it comes to horror games, I tend to enjoy the more psychological horror ones, which means that those are going to affect me a lot more. Sensibility of the mouse. I actually want to... You have look sensitivity. You have an auto aim if you want it. I know that my sensitivity in terms of my mouse is usually is very high. I tend to have a high sensitivity in games like this and usually get adjusted to it over time. Because I want that full range of motion. He went through the floor. Ooh, what's that? I'm not gonna find out yet, am I? Where did they go? I don't like... Oh. I like how they... I like how they all ran by, and I'm just like, where are you guys going? Okay, fast fire totem. Oh, so this is a power-up in the game. Okay, cool. Yeah, FPSs can make you dizzy. I get that. This is probably not one of the better ones because you're going to need that sort of speed on it. How bad is the game so far? I've enjoyed every single moment of it so far. I mean, if you like old FPS games, this is probably one of the best ones I've played in recent memory. It's definitely a different style from shooters nowadays, where it's like cover. Even like the new Doom, you've had some moments where it's like, okay, you could take a rest, but... And there are moments of downtime here, but it's definitely... Like, once the action starts, you can't really get by it. Nope. I don't appreciate the chainsaw. Okay, that was rude. Oh man, that was some really... It's really hard to see those guys, but you can see the movement just enough. Yeah, and the horror setting definitely helps this one too. It gives that atmosphere of, you know, it's creepy, but you've got a weapon, so you know that you can do at least a little bit of damage against these guys, but you're still on edge. The portals work. He is pleased. And I just made sure that he... Oh. I'm helping the guy. I don't have a lot of shotgun shells left. I don't like that. Don't like that at all. Shotguns are usually my bread and butter in these games. They are the bread and butter of most of these games. Yeah, I'm the guys under the grates. I'm actually, I want to go back and look at that. I'm hesitant to say whether or not that was a purposeful design choice to keep them illuminated. Like red is usually normally a color of threat. So walking into this area, nothing has been red up to this point. So seeing this red and seeing that red should have been an indicator of danger. But I feel like with the smoke, it just gives a sort of a lava feel, so you're less inclined to think that was an actual danger. So I'm not sure if I want to hold that against the game or not. I gotta think about that. God damn rodents. I got 2 drones for Christmas. So I got a little like mini drone, like it fits in your palm of your hand, but you could still have, there's a little camera on it, although the camera is not necessarily the greatest. It shouldn't be because it's that small. But I actually, and then I got another drone, probably like the size of, what's a good indicator? Like almost a book. Yeah, the fire being red and the fireball being red and it being blinding. Yeah, it's probably intentional, but you gotta always be careful with that kind of stuff in these games because, again, one hit can do so much, and you don't want the situation to become feeling like the people have to play things over and over again. No other health in here. Size of a toaster? No. The size of a switch. I like the simplicity of the enemies. You can note fast what is what and take actions knowing this. Yeah, no, exactly. That's part of the good design here. It's like people want complicated AI, but here's the thing. Simple AI can really work if you place enemies in the right place and create scenarios in question. And in this case, they've obviously done that with good placement in specific enemies and overwhelming you at times, but not doing it repeatedly. Like, okay, it's gonna spawn a bunch of enemies on top of you, but it's not gonna go back to that right away. It's gonna wait a little bit of time. Okay, this is gonna sound weird to your question, Dynasty. So if you would have asked me like a year and 3 months ago, it would have been a 10. But right now I would say a 7 because it's not like I'm not using my time wisely. Because I mean, I obviously Andrea has been a big part of that because spending time with her and just enjoying myself a little bit more than I think I used to has been a big deal, and it's actually helped my reviewing process in general because I'm just in a better mind space most of the time. So it does bother me that I can't cover as many games as I want to, but I think that's part of why I wanted to do a little bit more of these kind of streams where, you know, I'm covering this game, I'm going to cover it and give people a little bit more information. And I think people will get that information even in these like 2-hour streams. And I'm going to try to cut that down in like in a shorter version for people who want more of a review video type of situation. Okay, I'm using a lot of my pistol ammo, but that's okay. That's okay. Didn't like that. Well, I guess he was under the thing, so it was hard to tell whether or not he was blocked by that or that does damage against enemies. Nope. Later. Ah. Which game would you say is the best one out of the ones you've played for waifus? Oh boy, that's it. That's an interesting question. Give me time to think about that one. Because there's a lot of them, because I play a lot more Japanese games. Gotta use some of this pistol ammo. There's a weapon up there, and I want that weapon, whatever it is. The question is, can I get to it? Oh. Can I get to it without exposing myself, too? Huh. Nope. Huh. Nope. Susie is a cutie. God, I gotta think. I really gotta think about that one, Dynasty. My first instinct is... Actually, I don't know what my first instinct... My first instinct is Persona 5, but the thing is, I was just playing Persona 5 Dancing All Night earlier, so it's sort of fresh in my mind. That game also does have good husbandos. Can't use my pistols because I'm running out of ammo. Otherwise, I'm getting all these rivets, but... Are you stuck? Yeah, you're stuck. Sucks to be you. Sucks to be you. Red key. Thanks for that, Arkle. That's what the channel's for. I feel like I want to provide the consumer with the information they need to actually, you know, make a decision about the game, but I also don't want to necessarily leave the developers out in the dust. A hunting rifle, eh? I want them, like, especially indie developers, like, hey, I understand that, you know, feedback is the best way to improve yourself, so being able to tell them, hey, this is what worked and what didn't, I think that provides some good information for them when they go and, you know, develop their next game. So Fire Emblem has many waifus, and that was another first instinct, but it also has good husbandos too, but I feel like they end up, especially over time with Fire Emblem, that you get the same, like, stereotypes out of them, and it starts to blend together. Like, I don't know. Like, you start getting the same stereotypes. Oh, another Fire Emblem Heroes player. Yeah, I think that's one of the only mobile games I play a lot of. So, I'm with you on that one. I just got Faye, the Christmas Faye, today. So, I've been leveling her up a little bit with the limited time I've got. I did not realize I had that little health. All right. be a little bit more careful this time and pay a little bit more attention. Thank you for that. I mean, it's always good to hear when people are when your work is being, like, you know, watched, and especially when people are like, okay, I like this, but, you know, this is what I think could improve, or, you know, this is what I liked about your stuff, so I know what to focus on. Although I've been getting some weird, I don't know if, like, the algorithm brought new people to watch some of my older stuff, but I've been getting some, like, weird comments on some of my older videos. Like, somebody found my Samus Let's Play, or Metroid Other M Let's Play the other day, and really complained about, like, how much I was going at the game, which it was episode 1. I really wasn't at that point, but need that hunting rifle, but I'm wondering if I should go and get more health. But you know what? Okay, so that one has bullet penetration too, so that's actually really useful. This is the reload animation, by the way. If your gun doesn't have a reload. I know you were there. How do I get... Is there something... Because what I'm seeing right now... Well, I got 90 health. Like, I saw that health pack up there. That holy health pack. And I really want that. But on the other hand, I've got 90 health at the moment, so... Yeah, I've noticed that. I mean, the biggest one I noticed that on is my review of Destroy All Humans, in terms of, like... many of the times that I see, like, a video that has where I have a different opinion from most other people, in a negative way, it's sort of comical to me when, like, every time it's never about the content itself, like what I said, it's about the fact that I just dislike the game, which is always... It always gets annoying, because it's like, I want to improve. If you think that there's something wrong with my critique, then call it out. By all means, I want you to call it out. But on the other hand, if you're just gonna sit there and complain about it, I'm gonna sit there and go, well, sucks to be you, but I don't agree. And you haven't said anything to prove me otherwise. Okay. I think we gotta go into that other area. We only got the red key, so I think we gotta go down here. Dead bodies! What is that? I'm trying to think of what this is. Hi! Don't mind me, just seeing what you have at this farm area. Enigma had some decent waifus, but it's one of those games where it's like, what happens in the game, the last thing on your mind is the waifu part. It's like, what did I just experience? Let's get that health. little bit of our other ammo here. Come on. There we go. Final Fantasy 15 has good husbandos, yes. It's also actually got good waifus, too. It's just that they don't get any attention. Okay. Get that. Into the earth it goes. There are some little graphical glitches with this game, but the funny part about it is it's sort of indicative of the era, so I don't know whether to hold it against that. And they're not like graphical glitches that like really like take away from the gameplay. You going somewhere? Looks like it had some little bit of problems pathfinding there. I don't like where you are. I don't like where that guy is. Ooh, green things. I don't know what you are, but... The Crystals of Madness! I shall take the Crystal of Madness with me. I have broken the Crystal of Madness. I shall take this Crystal of Madness with me. It shall be... I don't like whatever that green stuff is. Look at how shiny it is. It really depends on the game. I tend to like the waifu portion of it because I feel like waifus have a little bit more character development in terms of like different character personalities. A lot of the husbandos end up feeling the same after a while. There are exceptions, of course. I mean, Fire Emblem is a good example, but... Alright, button. What? No. I did not expect that. Just when you think you're okay, just when you think you're like, okay, everything's good, then all of a sudden, you're dropped into a pit. I am not finding a lot of secrets. I gotta up my secret game. The Cuddy Mind. Oh, throwing boulders at him actually does work. I'm gonna throw boulders at him. I like the fact that the boulders actually did something. Why is it so hard? Because there's a lot of them, and a lot of them are good. That's the problem. And they're good in their own ways. Because when it comes down to it, waifus, yeah, you got the boobs, yeah, you got the looks, but what makes a good waifu a waifu is their personality and and the looks, of course, but what the best game is going to have a combination of both. This door opens elsewhere. Okay. I feel like... Is that area a secret area? No. Okay. Which way haven't I gone yet? Not that way. Ow! That took a chunk out of me. Street Fighter's a good choice there. A lot of variety. Especially some of the, newer games. I know I like Juri's character design a lot, especially when they've turned her into the media, like not evil, but the bad girl, not bad girl thing. I am getting very, very lost here. Like, this claustrophobia is definitely working, but I also feel like I have no idea what I'm doing, because everything seems the same. Valhalla has the worst waifus. You can't say that statement because you haven't beaten the game. Was that a ghost? Was that a spooky? I think that was a spooky. You creeped the hell out of me, and I don't know why. Like, here's the thing. Like, a lot of monster designs, it again, simple can be better, and like, just the blood around here in the chest areas, some kind of trauma that happened. The face, the human-looking face, the hat and everything. Like, this was a skeleton of some sort. It's effective. It's really effective in just simple things. I knew that. So, no sacrifice. No sacrifice. There we go. I'm saying that oh, hello. Hi, how's it going? Please don't kill me. I definitely don't want to be dead. The stars in the ceiling with the visible, it was a nice touch. It's like it's that calmness in the chaos. Oh, this place, there is still hope for you. There is still something that could work for you. It's a nice little touch to saying there is hope, but then you're got two chainsaw guys all up on top of you. Also, Shaq is the worst husband though, because he gave us Shaq Fu. That's just fact. I mean, you don't have to play that to know that. Okay. I need the yellow key. Hi.
Kill it.
Getting caught on things in this game is scaring the crap out of me. It's scaring the little crap out of me. No sacrifice. I have done my sacrificing for the day. Where's the yellow door? Where's the yellow door? That health helps a little bit. Not cool! Not cool! Oh god, I was not expecting that. That was oh man, this game, the pacing of this game and its scares, it's just, it's sublime. Like it keeps a constant pressure on you in this level, and claustrophobia, and you're unsure what you do, and then you get the yellow key and you're like, thank god, I'm running, and then that happens. Oh, that is just utterly fantastic. Like, it was very unchill, don't get me wrong, but I really have to give Dave some props on this, because it is keeping me on the edge of my seat, and it's doing it in ways that are still reasonable. Like, I could still take care of the problems, but I don't like the fact that there's that ruin in there. That means that there's going to be enemies here. Don't want to die right here. Really don't want to die right now. I don't want to have to do that all over again. Woo! What is my game of the year? You know, I'm putting my list together. If you had to pin me to the corner right now and say what is your game of the year, right now it's between Dead Cells and Wandersong, and I'm not sure who would get the go ahead. Wandersong's story is unique. It does some stuff that the industry really could use, and it does it in a way that actually works within its own bounds. But Dead Cells' gameplay cycle is just fantastic. Like, I just want to keep playing that game over and over again. So right now, I know I put a list together and I've gone back and forth on that one for the top spot. Granted, there's one other game that I think could actually fight for that spot in God of War, but I haven't played enough of it to say that it would reasonably reasonably knock those two off. I feel like those two are on a whole separate level. Okay. So that's the hunting rifle. Okay, so I need keys. Not cool. Not cool. Not cool. I swear that I shot at you. Yeah, that's the problem with Game of the Year lists. Like, I feel like I want to take your Game of the Year list seriously. And when you haven't played like half of what are considered contenders by other people, like, it's hard to say. Like, you could always say, well, I wasn't able to play all of them, but like, that list is going to stay on the channel, and so you feel like you're obligated to. Now, granted, there are certain ones that I don't think like I can write off almost immediately because it's not my game of the year and it's not like a review situation where it's like, okay, this is my score. No, this is my enjoyment list. This is not a objective portion in terms of that. Game of the year for me is going to be my game of the year. The Quiet Man is going to earn the game of the year in the Negaverse. That is that, universe in which everything is the opposite. Yeah, it does have boss vibes, doesn't it? And that's probably why I'm being very cautious about where I'm going, because I don't want to start a boss fight that I'm not ready for. Crossbow bow bolts. Wait, through enemies and walls? Oh, okay. Sure. Well, I mean, these guys had a nice dinner, but I like the fact that you could use those knives. Okay, who's in here? Sorry that I'm, encroaching on your space, but that is gonna be interesting for a speed run in terms of that weapon. Just being able to shoot, like, an enemy's certain place and it spawns at a certain place, just shoot like at the start of the level right in that area. Yeah, and I know I've been going back and forth in terms of, like, my game of the year lists because, like a lot of the games that I want to cover, like, last year, I ended up having my list finally come out in, I think, March, for, like, I think it was the story one, and I know that's late for some people, but like, there were so many good games last year that it was hard for me to, like, just overlook the smaller versions of the game, like the smaller games that maybe other people didn't take a look at, but really deserve the time and effort because they were on par with everybody else. Like, my favorite list to do on a yearly basis is the underrated games, because those are the games where, you get somebody new to the channel, they come in, they're like, what sets this channel apart? Well, it's the games that, no one else is looking at. It's the games in which, other people haven't even touched and haven't even looked at. And it's games like, at the time, Valhalla, where it's just like, no one had heard of it. I had gotten a review copy of it after seeing the some of the promotional artwork and the trailer, and I was like, you know what? That seems like a game that I would like to cover, and then it ended up being my game of the year. Like, not even probably my game of the decade at that point, which is, pretty impressive when you think about it. This game, which came out during the E3 period of that year, which you never see games like that come out during that time, it was so impressive that it overshadowed games like Overwatch that year. So that's why I love doing those lists, because just having somebody come to that channel and see that list and be like, maybe let me give it one or two of those games a try. Let me see if those games are worth it. And then finding out that they find, one of their favorite games that they've ever played, it makes it so much worth it. It gives everything that I've done, meaning at that point. And it's not like, somebody who doesn't like the game isn't wrong. but it's just being able to expose people to those new experiences that they may not have considered before. Well, Danganronpa V3 technically... I'd have to think about if it was truly my game of the decade at this point, but it would be in that top 5, and that always changes, so I have to be very clear about that. But it's the way that it did it. It's the way that its writing was so excellent that it was... Even, like, Danganronpa's writing is excellent, but, like, as you said, V3, it started to get... You know, there was some familiar portions to it. It kept you guessing, and it was still really written well, but I don't think I've seen a game like Valhalla come out that wrote it like that game did. Oh, I cannot light a fire. That's nice. What am I missing here? I've got the red and blue keys. Oh, I haven't gone in there, have I? Yeah, I have. And there's that voice, but I can't go to that door. No! What indie am I waiting for the next year? Oh god, I haven't even started my research for next year. The game I'm looking forward to most is Zanki Zero, which is sort of the next in the Danganronpa, like it's not in the Danganronpa series, but it's the next sort of iteration of that strange, out there kind of storylines, but it sort of twists things. And thanks to Dynasty for pointing it out, because I mean I would have known about it eventually, but it's one of those things where it's just like, oh, I hadn't been paying attention, and seeing, you know, some of the trailers and things like that, it's something that I'm actually really, really excited for. Now, Nirvana, of course, is something that I'm really excited for, but that doesn't come out next year. But, which is obviously the sequel to Valhalla. I am so low on health, I gotta be really super careful. That health definitely helps. Hi! I like how you just go round the corner and there's 8 guys standing. Sanctum of the Worthy. Why do I have a feeling we're gonna have a boss fight? Oh god, they're homing! I don't like the fact that this is such a confined room. This could be a problem. I still love the fact that the reload animations do silly things like this. That boss fight was technically easy, but also kept me on my toes.
They were unworthy.
Okay. I'm looking at Bethesda. Okay, so gaming controversies, to me, it's something I don't really cover on the channel because I feel like they're worth discussing at times. There are issues that need to be discussed in the gaming industry, and I keep, track of them, but we're at a point in YouTube where it is so beneficial for channels to create controversies at times that it almost opens the floodgates at that point, and unfortunately, little issues are blown into big issues. The whole situation with Bethesda. Yeah, that is a reasonable one, especially the support ticket one. And what really pisses me off about that one is that everyone forgot about it the next day. Like, it was, yeah, Bethesda's getting still shit. But of all the things that Bethesda did in this whole situation with, like, the tote bag, the canvas bag, and the Nuka-Cola stuff and things like that, the thing that really should be pissing people off is the fact that they didn't have the wherewithal to check their support tickets system, set it up, released all that information, and just basically said, "Oh, we're sorry," and nothing has come of that. Like, that's huge. Like, the bugs, honestly, and I hate to be this person, but if you're buying a Bethesda game and in 2018 and you're not expecting bugs, especially with that engine, I know it was supposedly a new engine, like, you're kidding yourself. You're absolutely kidding yourself. If you're buying the game expecting the same quality as something like Nintendo, buddy, that's on you. I mean, yeah, it would be nice if they didn't have buggy releases, and people need to stop paying for release prices to that to be effective. But, like, that to me was like, okay, it's an issue, and there were some real, big problems with the bugs and how bad the gameplay was, but you really shouldn't have bought it without getting some better information about it. That's what reviewers like me are there for, to try to protect people from it. Yeah, you want people to buy games and try something new, but with things like that should have been a, situation of, oh, hey, we're your first line of defense. We're the ones that say that game, like Atlas, is horribly, horribly buggy and is basically like Ark. Why are you buying that game without doing a little bit of research? Things that really are the bigger controversies in my mind are things like what happened to Telltale. Like, the fact that all those guys got, laid off in one day, really screwing a bunch of, good developers and good workers at that point. And that is the kind of controversy where I'm like, yeah, okay, I'm on board. I'm on board, bringing this to light and, making it clear that, that wasn't cool. Yeah, Telltale had a bunch of bad games in a row. The business partners made some bad decisions, but they also broke the law with a lot of the stuff that they did there with the firings and things like that. And that is the kind of stuff that needs to be really have the feet thrown to the fire, or set to the fire. Those guys are really hard to hit, and I only have the crossbow right now, the long-range weapon, and they're at such an angle. the sad thing is that, like, okay, so a good example of a bad controversy, in my opinion, was what happened with Spider-Man. Like, the whole controversy behind what was called Watergate, where it's like, oh, there's less puddles, they're graphically downgrading the game. Okay, completely different lighting sources, completely different time of day it looks like. There are so many factors that go into the graphics of a game nowadays that just taking 2 screenshots that look similar and expecting, you know, the same behavior out of them. Yeah, no, that was people trying to make a controversy out of something that I understand why people are upset. I understand why people are hesitant to believe AAA developers, but Insomniac hasn't pulled anything like that in their recent history. In fact, I can't think of a controversy that they've had at this point that's coming to my mind. But that kind of stuff, that's where I just sit there and I see people like responding to it, and I just sort of do this like this like face palm, like this isn't what we should be focusing on. I really wish that that time and energy that we would be spent on looking at new games, looking at games that deserve the time of day. Games like Dusk, for example. The bulls are affected by the jumping fence. Yeah, notice that. Yeah, the doxing ticket portion is unforgivable. Oh, hey, I was looking at the screenshot. These guys coming up the stairs. It doesn't look like it. So yeah, I mean, on this channel, I focus on games because honestly, it's what I enjoy more. Dust needs more boob jiggle. I'm not sure where they could get it from, unfortunately. Nope. Jump. Which do you think is more deserving of controversy, Watergate or Shaq Fu existing? Shaq Fu existing to me, like, you see, the problem is that like Shaq Fu is a horrible game, and again, reviewers warned people of that, and some people bought it regardless. Okay, that's fine. Is it a controversy that exists? Not really, but it is sort of sad that we've gotten to this state where like that the quality is so low on some of these things, and that people will just buy it without even thinking about it. Shaq is a great person. He's a wonderful he was a wonderful basketball player. He's an interesting character. He needs to stop video games. Just stop it. Because he obviously does not know what he's doing there. Hey, buddy. You're gonna come to life, and I'm gonna not expect it. Is it gonna be the blue key that? Okay. You got a point there. There is no doorknob. You're gonna stay like that, all right? Yeah, I mean, Shaq is a good person. I just wish that he didn't create Shaq Fu. That's all. Nothing else. Yeah. I admit that Kingdom Come would be a game that, like, I'd be hesitant to cover on this channel because it'd take me so long to go through it. Like, you guys know, I mean, guys who have seen my review system know that I spend a lot of time in the games that I'm looking at and go and replay certain sections and things like that. And Kingdom Come, with like that Skyrim feel to it, where it's like the realism and things like that, it would take me... Wait, I thought you were my friends! We got soldiers now. You all had one pistol bullet on you. Your families don't deserve the bodies. We are not gonna let you be identified. You didn't give me ammo. CD Projekt Red needs to make the Shaq Fu. Oh, I have a mortar. It's rain and blood. You coming to life? I like how they're actually fighting each other. Population 666. I see what they did there. I got 2 with that guy. Speed is my friend. With the super shotgun, speed is my friend. There's so much satisfaction about getting up into their faces, hitting them with the shotgun, and then this place is doomed. What if Bubsy had a dating game? How would I... Okay, let's go through some of those questions. This game having enough of the pacing of new enemies and new weapons and things like that. Yes, it's keeping a steady flow. Like, just as you're starting to get some repetition, all of a sudden it's introducing some new elements, whether it be environment, whether it be guns, whether it be just the configuration of enemies. It doesn't stay on things very long. And again, I want people to understand, like, right now what I'm playing through is technically episode 1. There are 2 other episodes here. And so right now, just based off that, I feel like you're going to get your $20 worth. But not only that, you have to understand that you are also getting the replayability. The fact is, okay, I only found 1 secret. That's huge. How would I feel if Spike Chunsoft made a Bubsy game? I question who made that decision, and I would have to look at it because it is Spike Chunsoft, but I would be cursing under my breath the entire time. What if Bubsy had a dating game? I don't even know what I would do. I am in trouble. Accidental secrets. Where's an enemy I can throw this at? Gotta love this up, blazes. Where was it? Yes, the Jubiggle? Boob jiggle on Rogue was a pioneering mark in the video game industry. There was an enemy behind me. I feel like with the Bubsy's dating sim, I would cry. I would just cry. I'm not even sure, like, how many characters are in the Bubsy. Well, I guess he did have a TV show, so I'm trying to think of how many characters are actually in that universe that could be part of the dating sim. Don't like the fact that I'm hearing that. Okay, there's that there. Hey, wait, why are you all working together now? I don't like this. Shaq Fu dating sim. No, not the taco. Please, anything but the taco. The taco lady. That will haunt my dreams if there was a dating sim of that game. I would not be able to sleep at night. I'd be ruined. Different versions of Shaq? Okay, that is a little bit better. A lot better, in fact. Really? That was a secret? I'm getting all these rivets, but I don't actually have the gun for it. So, what's with that? He seductively applies icy hot. No. No, we're done. We're done. No. You are having way too much fun with this. I don't really want to... There we go. Okay, what purpose does this door serve? I ask you. Okay, there's secrets everywhere apparently here. I eat the ash, quaff the beer. Is that the word I'm looking for? Quaff? Okay. I was wondering if that actually would blow up, but... Alright. Yeah. Have a good night, Arkle. I will probably be playing for another 20 or 30 minutes. I had only planned on streaming it until like 9 o'clock, but honestly I'm enjoying myself so much that it's hard for me to put this down. Which should say a lot for the game in question. For anybody who's coming into the stream just about now at this point, if you like any sort of old school FPS, yeah, Dusk is a must buy. Like the game keeps enough of the old, mixes it with some new level design, some new combat, or like combat AI in terms of, not necessarily combat AI, but like understanding the complexities of simple combat AI. I know that sounds a little bit hypocritical, but understands how to place them in a level to make it effective. It's learning from the lessons from the past to create something completely new. while still feeling familiar. And honestly, for a homage to like the Doom games and the old style Quake games, I don't see anyone coming close to this anytime soon. I really got to give it to Dave Oshry and his team, because this is worth the price of admission, even for maybe this one episode. And the thing that you get 2 or 3, or you get 3, plus a multiplayer mode, which apparently they play every couple of nights. Yeah, I sit here and go, yeah, you're getting your money's worth. Ow. Well, they didn't pay attention to those guys. How would you feel about a Bubsy Days where the characters you date are various My Little Pony characters? I'd be scared for the entire internet. I really would. I know I have to do... Okay, so I flicked that switch. I don't know what that did. I love super shotguns. Hi! How you doing? I fear for the internet. Yeah, I just don't see that working out very well. I just see pestilence. Oh, hi. Gotta go. Okay, took care of those guys. I don't like where this conversation's heading. I do not need a Bubsy dating sim. We do not need Bubsy dating sim. I know some people have a thing for Bubsy. All power to them, but you know. I don't want to be against, you know, I want people to be able to create what they want in terms of art, but no. Just no. I feel the same way. I need the blue key. Oh, the blue key's right here. Hey, hi guys. How's it going? I do not need bullets in my head right now. But I will take that health. What could possibly go wrong? Everything. Everything could go wrong. Okay, that's gonna explode. Yeah, I know, I'm a heretic. We've already established this. I mean, I do like the layout of this place. The portal into the garbage and where you guys are just standing here, but I'm gonna have to leave. I also like the fact that you can use, like, I don't want to say cover, but like you can really use the environment in the game, like the old school, to like, you know, post and things like that to really like avoid damage. A lot of the games that follow this like old style Hi. This old style FPS, they sort of forget that. They feel like it's all about speed and everything, but like there is a level of cleverness that you needed to it too. BK would take that garbage. Yes, he would. BK would take that garbage. I don't like the fact that they weren't making their chainsaw sounds. I need some kind. Ow! Remember, kids, don't use a grenade launcher right next to you. I need something to help me get in there. And I don't know where I'm gonna find it. Because it's a secret and now I want it. Well, time to use the radioactive barrel. Perfect. All the grenades. Is there any Alone in the Dark game? Yeah, the original Alone in the Dark games, like 1 and 2, like the old school ones. Like, just to understand where survival horror started. Like, from a game design perspective, like, at the time it was, I don't want to say revolutionary, but it was ahead of its time. But just to understand the roots of where survival horror came from, Alone in the Dark is one of the key players in that. Is it weird at this point I am starting to find the KKK a bit cute? A little bit? I mean, they're trying.
Prepare for what's next.
Okay, so you're giving me a bunch of ammo, you're giving me health. Obviously, something big is about to happen. Let me guess, boss fight? I'm guessing boss fight. I'm guessing the end of episode 1 boss fight. What did we create? That's a good question. Okay. You guys need to calm down. You need to calm down. Put the scissors away. Put the scissors away. Fine. I mean, I tried. I really did. Enter the survival horror. I don't like this. I don't like the fact that that's all powered, and I feel like that something big is gonna come out, and it's gonna hurt. Ooh, quarantine release. Do not touch. Oh! Oh! Okay. Sure. Okay. A flaming horse. This seems reasonable. You know, Was that Running with Scissors one an homage to Postal? I'm assuming it was. It was at this moment he knew that he was screwed.
Are you prepared for what's next?
Nope. Definitely wasn't. I also like the fact that firing pattern, you actually had to do a lot of dodging there. In what way are you allergic to cats? Do you start to get itchy and get hives and stuff, or do you sneeze a lot of what? So, depends on the cat, but usually I get, like, incredibly itchy, and if I'm near certain cats, I will have problems starting to breathe. So, it depends. Some cats, especially long-hair cats, I have problems with. Is that a dog or a horse? I assumed horse just by its size. But... Hey, guys. Okay, let me think about this here. Can I prepare this room in a way... Nope, there's nothing in this room to really use. What does this button do? Well... I'm sorry. Well, I can... Again, there's the shots for the, allergicness, so I may get those one day. I feel like if I hide behind the stairs, it's gonna make it worse. Yeah, that's not working. Ow.
Are you prepared for what's next?
It's obvious that I'm not. Okay. Just looking to see if there's any... Yeah, just gotta keep moving. You just gotta... I think I'm gonna avoid... I'm just gonna focus on shotgun play. Well, no, I'm gonna start with the assault rifle. Keeping strafing one way is actually not helping because that firing pattern is random. Okay, I just wasted a bunch of health there, accidentally falling down. Oh, that's what that opened, that door. Simple. Reasonable. We got hay. So I think we can really reasonably say that it's probably a horse with these hay barrels. Are you kidding me? Are you absolutely kidding me? Okay, game. Sure. You gave me the totem, at least. I love it. I love just me being like, what does this button do? Uh-oh. Oh, fantastic. What was the question? What was the question? What games do you... repeat the question. That was absolutely amazing. I'm actually afraid.
This is only the beginning.
Okay, I think that's the end of the episode, probably. Oh, that was a reasonable end. That was a... The meat hook wounds in my back still throb as you make your way down the cold, black, and bloody hallways that once held these monstrous creations. You leave the ruined town of Dusk behind, littered with the corpses of the possessed, hoping never to return. In the distance stand opposing silhouettes of what appear to be military facilities, but why? A dark voice pushes you forward. Do you truly seek answers, or is it simply too late to turn back? Continue the Dust experience in episode 2, The Facilities. Alright. Alright, so that was episode 1. And for anybody who's not familiar, there are 3 episodes. So that took about 2.5 hours. So if we take, into account they're pretty much the same length, you're probably seeing about, 6, 7, 8 hours. But then again, these are designed to be replayable with the secrets, so you add a bunch of time there. Difficulty-wise, I'm not on the full difficulty. That is the $16.66 price tag. I know people are going to look at that and be like, oh, but the graphics are, old school style. Yeah, but they're supposed to be with the type of game this is playing homage to. I cannot think of anybody who has played those old FPS games and want something new. Dusk is your game. Dusk is fantastic for what I see here. And honestly, I think the next stream will be me playing more of this. I know that I want these indie investigations to be, okay, one, show you guys the game and everything like that. But when I come across a game that I'm going to want to play more of, I'm not going to be able to help myself. And that is Dusk, and that should say something to you guys. So Dusk is going to get a strong recommendation from me. It may be... I'm trying to think right now. It'd probably be in my top 10 games of the year, gameplay-wise. Story, there's good environmental storytelling. There is at least enough interest with the Doom style of things, so that it's got that going for it as well. And honestly, the gunplay is great. The AI and the enemy placements is good for what it's trying to do. Is the AI amazing? No, it can get stuck on things, but that's not the point. It's the way that the game goes about it. It's the way that it sets up its level design. There's a lot you can learn from this from an FPS perspective about how to do things simply but effectively. Do you have any old school games that would potentially give me a taste for old school games? I look at a game like Fallout 1 and some other games on GOG, and I feel judgmental for looking for so. Let me go through my list of games in terms of that. I know Fallouts are probably maybe not the best option there because it's very a hardcore experience to go into on that. Let me go through my GOG list and I'll see what I can find out. Yeah, I'm going to end the stream at this point now in terms of my last portion of the game. I will probably continue this either Friday or Saturday. Dynasty, I will catch you in the Discord. I'll put the Discord link for anybody who wants to join at the end of the stream and the archive of the stream as well. And I thank everybody for coming. Again, I hope you guys got some information out of this. Working on the Wander Song review, it is almost done in terms of the scripting. I did go back to it. putting my list together for end of the year, as well as working on the Killer 7 script, which is only just started, but I'm getting my mind about how I want to go presenting the review. Because again, with a game like that, I feel like the way you present it, especially story-wise and gameplay-wise, you got to be very careful in not spoiling certain things that are going to be a surprise to the player, but you got to discuss it. So, all right, I will see you all later. Have a good night, and keep on gaming.